Hi everyone. Sorry it's been a while since I made a video. Life's just been crazy. The weather change has really been messing with my arthritis and everything, and I've just been busy living my life, so I haven't had a chance to make a video. I've been meaning to, and every time I get around to doing it, something always gets in the way. But I wanted to address something that recently happened on my channel. But before I do, I wanted to wish everyone a happy Indigenous Day. I do not call it Columbus Day, I call it Indigenous Day. It's also the 14th of October, which is my mother's birthday. I lost my mother in 2010, so today would have been her 72nd birthday. And I think about her all the time, but especially today, it's a time to reflect and think about her and how I wouldn't be here without her and how much I miss her. And it's the little things you miss, but most of all, I miss her face. I would give anything to just be able to see her face again. You can see it in videos, and you can see it in pictures, but it's not the same as just sitting across the table with a nice hot cup of coffee and looking into the face of my mom, my everything. She was my best friend, my hero, my first enemy, but my biggest champion and my biggest cheerleader. So I know you're in heaven, Mom, but I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I hope all of you are doing well. The weather's changing. I decided to come and sit down outside and make a video. It's only 47 degrees where I am today, which I thought was really ironic because my mother was born in 1947. So when I called to find out the temperature and it said it was 47 degrees, I was like, this is karma. It's meant to be. It's kismet. So I decided I would come outside and make a quick video. I wanted to address a situation that some of you may have seen in some of my comments. And I just wanted to talk about, I'm trying to keep the phone steady, about what brought it to it. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and I like a lot of the true crime ones. And there is a channel I watch regularly. It's called Scary Mysteries, I believe. And they do a program on there called Twisted Twos, where they go in depth and they talk about two specific crimes. It can be kidnappings, murders, disappearances, supernatural events, way back in history to modern times. And they recently profiled a case about a girl who died in 1993 who grew up in the area I live in. And I knew by the title of the video that her name sounded familiar, but I wasn't 100% sure until I started watching the video. Once I started watching the video, I was listening to the details, and it was just really heartbreaking. And normally I try not to, sorry, somebody's got loud music in their car. Normally I usually try not to watch or read the comments because there are a lot of trolls, and there are a lot of people that just have, opinions that are different than mine. And although I really embrace the differences in all of us, sometimes people can be very short, and they can be what I like to call keyboard warriors. They type and they speak without thinking. And I saw on some of the comments, the only reason why I wanted to go down in the comments to see if there was an update, to see if they had ever found any justice for this girl that lived in my area. And lo and behold, there was. 25 years later, they brought the person to justice that took her life. And I was reading some of the comments, and they had clips from my local newspaper. So I was reading some of the clips, and I was looking at some of the comments, and people were saying how the two stories really touched them, but especially this first one about this poor girl and her family. And I came across this comment that someone left. I'm not going to name their name, but they made a comment and said, she was a slut. Now, I know that I shouldn't have had such a heavy response to it, but I thought it was incredibly cruel, immature, disgusting, and there was no place of it. Everyone was sending their condolences and giving their deep regrets, and someone found the need to write something rude and vile. Well, I reported the comment, and what I did, which I shouldn't have done, I guess, is I let the person know that they were reported. I didn't belittle them. I didn't berate them. All I did was reply to their response, and I wrote reported. I didn't think much of it. until the next day when I woke up and I looked at my YouTube and it said I had a lot of notifications. And this person went on a rant and went to all of my videos, or most of my videos, and left disgusting, rude messages about me. He attacked me on everything from my appearance to telling me I should hang myself, that I was an ogre, that I made him ill to look at, that I wanted the priest to, the Catholic priest to rape and molest people. He even attacked me when I did one of my videos about how I was a sexual abuse survivor, how I was raped twice. And he made a comment about how could anyone want to be sexually abused you. And, you know, I kind of thought, okay, I know who this is. At first, when I saw the comments, I was like, who is this person? And then the little light bulb went on over my head, and I was like, okay, this is a troll. And must be my payback for reporting him. In fact, in some of his comments, he was writing, report this B, you know. And I was going to let it slide. But then a friend of mine that I made through YouTube messaged me on my Facebook and asked me if she did anything to offend me. And if she did, she was sorry. Because one of the posts he made a comment about, Kelly asked me to tell you to stop commenting on her videos. That's when I decided I would come on here, block the person, try to erase as many of the messages and comments that they left as I possibly could. And hopefully that'll be the end of it. I wasn't going to speak upon it, but I had a couple thoughts about it. Number one, I know that we shouldn't give too much thought into what people write in the comment section. But you know, words have consequences. And I thought it was very distasteful and rude. And I could have gone about it another way. I could have reported it, which I did, which I do not regret doing. I would have done it again if I had the chance. But maybe I wouldn't have responded to the person and wrote reported. But the thing that really struck me was one of the comments he wrote to me about, go hang yourself. There'll only be a few people at your funeral, and you'll need a large casket. Those kind of words sting. I know they're words from a stranger that I'll never see. They could be a kid. They could just be someone playing around, or they could be someone that really means those things. And I just wanted to make a video to say today, to respond to that and say, you know, words have consequences. I worked a long time to work on my self-esteem. And I know that I shouldn't measure my worth based on what other people think of you. And please, you should never do that, especially a stranger. I'm sure that this was all in retaliation to me leaving a comment about me reporting him. But you know, what if I would have hung myself after I got that message? Would it have mattered to that person? Does it matter to any of us when we say some of the things that we say in passing to people, whether it be people we know in our lives, people we don't know that are on the computer? You may think it's just harmless fun, but it's not. Some people are in really fragile states, and for some strange reason, they really value what other people think. Now, I'm not going to say that some of those words he said didn't hurt my feelings, but most of them, I just I was embarrassed by him, but I wasn't embarrassed for me. I was embarrassed for this person. It was childish, it was rude, it was crude, and it was ugly. And for a second there, I was kind of thinking, why would they leave a message that ignorant to me just because I reported them? But then I stopped and I thought, well, remember why you reported them. They wrote a rude message about a dead girl. Dead 25 years that can't defend herself. He didn't know the person. I know they always had a saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That is so untrue. Words hurt. They cut deep, like a knife. So my message through all this is, stand up for what you believe in. I stood by 100% what I did, and if I could do it again, I would do the same thing. I maybe would have gone about it in a different way. I am a very sympathetic person. When someone hurts or someone is talked about or disrespected, it affects me. And to my friend Connor, who responded to this person and was trying to defend me, I thank you so much. But there really was no need to do it. But I appreciate it, and I love you even more. I didn't even think it was possible, but I love you even more. Um, your heart is true, and I really appreciate it. But to anyone out there, what I would say is that you need to think about your words. Edit yourself. Think just for a second before you speak, and think about the actions that may come from it. I guess in retrospect, I should have thought about what was going to happen when I let the person know that I reported them. Again, it doesn't change what I did. I did what I did, and I would have done it again, and I'll do it 1,000 more times. But maybe I would have went about it another way. But I wanted to do a check-in with you guys to let you know that I'm okay. I hope you guys are all okay. I hope if you have a channel or you're ever in a situation where you stand up for yourself and you get backlash for it, or people start attacking you on your appearance and superficial things, just let it roll right off of you. Their opinions of you do not matter. They just try to get a rise out of you. Who knows what's in their lives? Maybe they have nothing better to do with themselves. You know, I know somewhere in the Bible, I don't know the Bible very well, but I know it says you're supposed to hate the sin but love the sinner. When I see things like this, I always say consider the source. So, to the family of the girl who I was reading about in the video, my sympathies, and I'm so glad that you finally got some justice. It doesn't bring back your loved one, but at least justice was served. God will give the ultimate judgment. To my troll, at least you took the time. When you're picking on me, you're leaving someone else alone. And to all of you, thank you for listening. I hope this video finds you well. I'm looking forward to making some more videos this week. Go outside and enjoy that cool autumn weather. I love you all, and I wish you all the best. And until I talk to you again, you take care. Bye.